Conceiving you, you never know. Anyway, our friend Steve is actually one of the only people I've ever met that has actually seen the Beatles live back in the day when they were still the Fab Four. And Steve has been my designated Beatles historian. And today, at this particular moment, we are going to do what we call our traditional Wednesday night. Today in Beatles history. And Mark, the Beatles was a pretty popular band back in the 60s. The Beatles were a very popular band in the 60s. Okay, just so you know. Recently, their music has been placed on iTunes in 2011 through a musical transaction, a money deal between Yoko Ono, the Jackson family, Michael Jackson's heirs, and Sony Music, so now people can get Beatles music on iTunes.
What are you doing?
The good side is young people can download iTunes Beatles songs. The downside is LaToya gets a new snake, and Yoko gets money for no reason whatsoever. So, but that's the trade-off. Anyway, Steve is the only person I've ever met in my life who actually has seen the Beatles live performing back in the day. And that's why we call this Today in Beatles History. On your birthday.
So Chuck, let's start out with the year 2012 and
2012?
Go back to the future from there.
Back to the Future, I love that movie. All three of them.
Ringo Starr.
Ringo Starr
announces today the release of his 17th solo album and tour.
No shit. Ringo's going on tour again?
Yes. He's 71 years old.
Holy crap.
So you know what you're going to be doing when you're 71?
Going to Ringo concerts.
That's right.
Sure, I'll have a little bit of vino.
Just a little teaser. He's going to feature some Liverpool songs from back in the day. And Joe Walsh is going to be one of the invitees on this.
He's one of the Ringo's All-Stars?
Yeah, he's going to be one of Ringo's All-Stars.
Wow.
You just saw Joe Walsh, I think.
I did, it was great.
Okay, February 1st, 2012, but in the year 1966.
66, February 1st, 1966.
This album here was number one.
Holy crap.
On the UK charts.
Rubber Soul.
Rubber Soul. This is a vinyl album, in case you've never seen one.
Mark, check this out. A vinyl record of the Beatles. The original vinyl record of the Beatles. 1966.
1966.
So how many years ago was that?
That was 46 years ago.
Fuck yeah. Good math.
10 years ago. Older than I am.
Their producer, George Martin.
Sir George Martin.
Sir George Martin considers this the finest pop album ever.
Wow. Wow.
And he was produced them all.
Let me check. Let's go down the song list.
I got a song off of there I thought we might play.
Well, let's try them all.
All right.
What's number one?
I'd like to do It's Only Love.
What's the first one?
The first song is I've Just Seen a Face.
I've just seen a face, I can't forget the time and place. We first met, she just loved me. I want all the world to see we met. I have never known about this. I've been alone and I have missed things and kept out of sight. Other girls were never quite like this. No. 'Cause I'm falling, yes I am falling. That she keeps calling me back again. 'Cause I'm falling, yes I am falling. That she keeps calling, thank you, me back again.
Beautiful.
What's number two?
That was number two song on the side A is Norwegian Wood.
I once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. She showed me her room, isn't it good? Norwegian wood. Okay, next. Norwegian Woody. That's what they used to.
To finish out the album, they did Think for Yourself, The Word, and the famous Michelle.
Michelle, my belle.
Yes.
Flan, flé, flan, flan, flé, flé, flan. And then,
Side 2.
See, back in the day,
Track 1.
wait, Mark, back in the day, vinyl, you had to turn it over to get the rest of the songs. Fuck yeah. Side 2 was?
Side 2 was this little ditty here called It's Only Love.
I'll follow you. I don't really know this one.
Hang on, we had a little technical difficulty.
What happened there?
I don't think it's just not
Is the battery going out? Don't you hate that, ladies? When you're right in the middle of something and your battery just cheeses out on you. No. Let's try it again. Take 2, It's Only Love. That's back when they had those formula songs. How long was that, according to the album?
Gosh, make me look at the vinyl.
It doesn't say it on the
It doesn't say it on the outside, but the vinyl says 1 minute and 53 seconds long.
Wow. 1 minute and 53 seconds long.
Perfect for radio. Though.
Perfect, yeah. And what was the next number on that particular
The
album?
next number would have been Girl.
Girl.
They're smoking pot and sucking in on the microphone. I'm looking through you.
I'm looking through you. In my life. Oh. I'd like to dedicate this one to anybody who's ever lost a close one.
A song called Wait.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, some for better. Some have gone and some remain. All those places have their moments of people, of things who came before. Whether some are living in my life, I love them all. And after all these friends All those plain blue affection of people and things who came before. And I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I loved you more. For people and things who came before. And although I'll often stop and think about them, in my life I loved you more. Well, in my life I loved you more.
Chuck, the last song on this album.
Thank you so much. Last song
on this album.
On Rubber Soul.
It was banned for being too violent in Australia.
What?
Yes, banned for being too violent in Australia. The name of the song was, and you have to think of the verse, "Run for Your Life." Run for your life if you can, little girl. You remember that part of it?
Could you make another man? That's the end.
Little girl. Right, they thought that was violent.
That's the end?
That's the end. That's the ending of the
Oh,
song.
like the end, like he's gonna kill her?
Yeah.
If I catch you another man, I'm going to kill you. No, it says that's the end. If he's gonna quit her.
Catch you with another man, that's the
Those fucking Australians.
Right.
What do they know?
They had too many beers that day, I think.
You know, it's strange down under.
Now,
Although, do you know the difference between a French kiss and an Australian kiss?
Oh, one's down under.
Right. They're both the same thing, but one's down under. You can write that one down if you want, Dave. What are we going to toast to now? Mark, what can we play for you? I know it's your birthday and we got all these old songs going on, but what can we try to play for you?
Play Red House.
Over yonder?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to need the rest of the band on this one. I'm going to need a sax player. Oh, wait. Before we do,
I still have some more.
we have the one final portion of our Today in Beatles History. Oh, this can drag on forever.
The year 1969.
My favorite fucking year, 69. That is a great year. I don't care who you are. It was a summer of love.
George Martin and another unknown producer at the time by the name of Alan Parsons were in Apple Studios, and they were mixing 4 songs. They were mixing Don't Let Me Down,
Don't let me down.
they were mixing I've Got a Feeling,
I got a feeling deep inside. Oh yeah. And
they were mixing Dig Pony,
I dig a pony. And
the final version they were mixing was the version of Get Back that was on the rooftop performance on Apple Studios on Saville Row.
Jojo was a man who thought he was another, but you know he couldn't laugh. Jojo lived his soul into the sun, Arizona, for some California back. Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Get back, get back. edition.
All right, Chuck, I have
And that was the album version of that particular song.
Yes. Now I have one item for B squared tonight.
Beatles for Beginners, B squared. This is our final portion. And don't stand up with a round of applause. But this is our final portion of today in Beatles history on Mark's birthday.
All right. There was a song called Nowhere Man.
He's a real nowhere man.
What album was it on?
Wow.
And what movie was it written for?
I'm going to say Hard Day's Night. That's a big ass guess, though.
It was on the album Yellow Submarine
For the movie Yellow
and for
Submarine.
the movie Yellow Submarine. Now,
Trick question.
what did Nowhere Man do in the movie? What did he do in the movie? What did he help the Beatles do?
Was he the submarine driver?
Nope.
Captain?
Nope.
I don't know.
He helped the Beatles defeat the Blue Meanies in the Sea of Holes.
Thank God. Let's hear it for the... He's a real nowhere man, sitting in his nowhere land, making all of his nowhere plans for nobody. And there you have it. That was our portion of the evening that drags on and on, called Today in Beatles History.
That was pretty nice, Chuck. I like that version tonight.
That was good. Nice job, Steve. Thanks for being my historian on that particular project. Now we have a request from Mark to play some Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix. James Marshall Hendrix. It won't be on this song. We're going to feature the Red House over yonder. Dave, we're going to need you on lead guitar. I'm going to need Ned on congas unless Darlene wants to play congas.
How about the tambourine?
Tambourine or a cowbell?
Cowbell. More cowbell.
All right. It starts in the key of A.
Hey. The Canadian.